Oh man, Kelcat gonna put on some weight, man. I gotta work out tomorrow, man. That's why I didn't drink too much tonight, man. What's up with it, Jamie? What's up with it, baby? See, Kelcat put on weight really fast, man. When I eat, I drink beer and stuff, but it's okay, man. You know, I'm about to lose weight right before the summer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jamie. Get those fucking trolls up out here, bro. Get those trolls out here. He like, warning, attention. If you come here, come correct. If you plan to troll, you will be banned from the chat. Consider this your only warning. Yeah, because I'm about to go in on you motherfuckers. I'm about to go in hard. You know what I'm saying? You see, a 3 or 4 don't have no loyalty, man. That's something that you guys don't understand. A super 3 or 4, she's only after your money. She's only after the bag, bro. No loyalty at all. You know what I'm saying? You see what's happening to that guy Puggy from Fresh and Fit? She was not loyal to him anyway. And I told you how he could have saved his career. That guy Puggy from Fresh and Fit, all he had to do is say, you know what? I'm wifing her up. This is my wife. If any of you motherfuckers got to say anything about my wife, you got to talk to me first. That's all he had to say, bro. Instead of him saying, you know what? I was wrong for nutting up in the 304. That was the wrong thing. Admitting that he was wrong for nutting inside a 304, bro. He could have said, you know what? This is my wife. I don't care what you motherfuckers say. You better not say nothing wrong with my wife. Nothing wrong about my wife. All he had to do was own up to his mistake and then wife her up. It would have saved his career. You see what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it would save his career is because he got 3 or 4s that come up on his goddamn channel, bro. On the Fresh and Fit podcast, they got 3 or 4s. 3 or 4s. You see what I'm saying? They got 3 or 4s on their podcast. So even if they say, well, you know what, Mr. Puggy, you married and wifed up a 3 or 4, he'll be like, you know what? I got 3 or 4s on my podcast. I got 3 or 4s on my podcast. He said, well, how come you say never marry 3 or 4s, never wife up 3 or 4s? You tell them, like, look, I changed. That's it. But he made it worse. Let me tell you something real quick. For you motherfuckers get bent out of shape. He made it worse when he ran away from the shit. When he said, you know what, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. He made it worse. Matter of fact, it made her mad. And it made her mad to the point where, like, she started exposing his ass because it made her mad. You see, this is the reason why you got to cover up on 3 or 4s. This is the reason why you got to cover up. You got to wear condoms on 3 or 4s because they will get mad. They will expose your business. You got to wear condoms on 3 or 4s, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got to wear condoms. And you can get your career ruined, just by fucking with a 3 or 4, bro. You see what I'm saying? Just by fucking with a 3 or 4, you can get ruined big time. You see what I'm saying? You can get ruined big time. And you sit back like, God damn, you know what, bro? I fucked up. I nutted in a 3 or 4, and now she's out for blood. Now she's out for revenge. Why would you sit there and say, you know what? I don't want kids now. You nutted inside a 3 or 4 times, or even more. That rhymes. Like, bruh, you nutted inside of her, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, anybody coming in here, bro, talking that shit, bro, moderators, do your job. Kick these motherfuckers out. Kick these motherfuckers out. I ain't got no time for no fucking games. Some of you fucking passport bros are doing the fucking same thing. You going over to these countries and you wifing up 3 or 4s. You going over to overseas and you wifing up 3 or 4s, getting the scraps in the bottom of the barrel, women, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You passport bitches are doing the same fucking shit that this puggy is doing. You see what I'm saying? You doing the same thing that this pug master doing, bro. You wifing up 3 or 4s, you nutting inside 3 or 4. Like, bro, the female, don't get me wrong, bro. Puggy, you did good, man. She was cute, man. The 3 or 4 that she was dealing with, bro, she was gorgeous. But she still was a 3 or 4, bro. You see what I'm saying? She still was a prostitute, selling her body to the highest bidder, man. You see what I'm saying? To the highest bidder. You was dealing with a female that was selling her body. Now, don't get me wrong, bro. She was pretty, man. She was at least an 8. She was an 8 in looks, and I can see why he was nutting inside of her. But bro, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your fucking goddamn money, you know, you can't be nutting up inside goddamn 3 or 4s, man. You can't be nutting inside of 3 or 4s. You cannot nut inside of 3 or 4s. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have control, bro. You lose control. Matter of fact, he should have owned up to that shit, bro. When he got her pregnant, he should have been like, you know what? Yeah, I nutted in a 3 or 4. She was a 3 or 4 when I met her, but that was her past life, and now she's with me now, and we're getting married. That's all he had to say. And you know, from that, bro, let me tell you something. He would have created a whole new audience. Because guess what? Even though passport bros are going overseas, you know, getting with 3 or 4s, you know, people still support that shit. He'll have a brand new fan base that's supporting his life with his brand new 3 or 4 wife. Okay? He should have been like, you know what, baby? The moment, let me tell you something real quick. Something that would have saved his career. Because I'm a little bit older and I'm a thinker, bro. I don't like sit back and I don't do things with emotion. You see what I'm saying? A motherfucker like him, the puggy guy, he does things with emotion. Okay, I'll sit back and I'm like, okay, baby. You know what I would have said? I was okay, baby. There's nothing I can do. You gonna keep the baby? You don't want to kill the baby? Okay, well, you know what? Let's be together. Move into my house or whatever. No, I think he already moved her into his house or whatever. I would say, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna get you a ring. We're gonna get married and stuff, and holy matrimony. We're gonna tell the public about it, and that's about it. Now, there would have been a lot of like, you know, a motherfuckers come around talking about, man, you married a 3 or 4, but at least, you know, he could argue like, you know what, this is the woman for me, you know, under the eyes of God. You know, God sent this woman to me. So why would you want to like hate on me and hate on my happiness? Me and her, we got married under the eyes of God. You know, and everybody been like, you know, some motherfuckers who will shut the fuck up. Like, man, this motherfucker, he for real, man. You know what I'm saying? He got married under the eyes of God. I told her I will be with her for the rest of my life until the end of my days. That's all he had to come out to say, bro. And that would have saved his career, bro. You see what I'm saying? You know, he would have saved his career like that. But when he tried to run away, that's what made things worse. When he said, you know what, I don't want to have any kids. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Okay, she said, you know what, motherfucker, fine. I'm going to get online and I'm going to expose you. That would have, you know, that made it worse. He could have made it better if he would have wifed her up. I mean, she's not a bad looking woman, bro, to wife up. Look at her, bro. That girl, she, man. And normally Chinese girls don't get that pretty. I dealt with Chinese women, bro. Chinese girls don't get that pretty, man. I never seen a Chinese woman that pretty before. You see what I'm saying? But what he should have did when he knocked her up, he should have been like, you know what? Fuck what you motherfuckers got to say. This is my wife. You bet not fucking say anything about my wife. I married her under the eyes of God. And all the religious motherfuckers would have kicked in the door like, you know what? This motherfucker right. All the religious motherfuckers would have came in. You know what? She changed her ways. She's not a thought anymore. She's not a 304 no more. This woman is married. And him being a high value man, bro, she would never have went back to that lifestyle no more of selling her body no more, bro. Because he's a high value man. He's taking care of the bills. He's putting food on the table. And all he had to do was say, you know what, you motherfuckers, I love this woman. How dare you talk about my wife? And I married her under the eyes of God. And everybody would have been quiet. You know, he would have had more respect. I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He would have had more respect. He could have saved his career when he did that. But instead, he lied about it. You know, that was the number one thing that killed his career, is the lying. If he would have came out truthful with it, he would have saved his career. If he would have married her and put a ring on it, he would have saved his career. You see what I'm saying? And his audience, he probably would have lost some, let me tell you something. He probably would have lost some fan bases, but also because he got married under the eyes of God, he would have gained a fan base. He would have gained a brand new fan base. You see what I'm saying? Because there's fucking 3 or 4s in church right now, like ex 3 or 4s. Like used to be hookers and hoes in church right now. You see what I'm saying? And the religious motherfuckers would have kicked in the door, man, and he would have had a brand new fan base, and he would have had never lost his money. All he had to do was play the God syndrome. I married her under the eyes of God. That was her past. She found me, I found her. We fell in love. You guys don't believe in change? I changed. She changed. I don't want to be a player no more. She doesn't want to be a 3 or 4 no more. That's all he had to do, bro. But yet he ran away from that shit, bro, and that's what made things worse. You see, in that situation, you got to be a thinker. You can't be a reactor. You see what I'm saying? You can't react, in an emotional way. You have to think like, okay, what's next? What next? I fucked up. I nutted inside. You know, I got a baby on the way. What the fuck do I do next? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll say that I took over a new life. I changed. I'm not the same player that I used to be. I grown up, and she's not a 3 or 4 no more. She used to live that life, but she found God. She found God. That's all he had to fucking do, bro. That's all he had to. She found God. I found being more mature, and I found God at the same time. And we're getting married. We got a baby on the way. We all, and then see the thing is, it'll make his. Let me tell you something, bro. It would have made his to call it not live stream, but his podcast. Okay, so it would have made his podcast more interesting because you got a bachelor that's on the podcast, which is fresh, and then you got a married man that's on the podcast giving advice to women who want to be married to a high value man. Okay, so you could give advice to these women. What does it take for me as a 3 or 4 to get a high value man like you, Fresh? What does it take? I'm a 3 or 4. What does it take? And he'd be like, you know what? Well, you can start out by listening to the man, catering to his every needs or whatever. You can do that. It would have made his podcast even better. You guys don't understand. And then you got like people, of course you're gonna say, motherfucker, you married a 3 or 4, you a red pill nigga. What the fuck is going on? But it would have see, the thing is, it would have created a new fan base. You see what I'm saying? A new subscriber base. You see what I'm saying? He would have had a brand new subscriber base, and it would have made Fresh and Fit more interesting because here you got a married man that's there. Fresh, he's a high value male. He's married to an ex 3 or 4, and then the thing is, he got 3 or 4s. Him and Myron, they got 3 or 4s on their podcast. So when the 3 or 4s come up on their podcast or whatever, they're gonna ask questions like, "Okay, I'm a 3 or 4. How can I get a man like you? How can I get a high value man like you? She's a 3 or 4. She locked down a high value man. How can I, you know what I mean? It would have made things more interesting. You see, but these guys are very emotional. Myron and Puggy Man, they're very emotional. They react and they don't think like, I can turn this fucking strength, or I could turn this weakness into my strength. I could turn this weakness into my strength. I could turn this weakness into my strength. They're not thinking like that. They think like react, blame people, blame the 3 or 4. She did something for a living and she got caught. She got fired from her job. She's a scam artist. Blame her. No, don't do that. You're making it worse, bro. Because what you're doing is you blaming the 3 or 4 for the whole entire thing instead of blaming Puggy Man. Okay, you're not blaming him. No. Once you make a mistake, you have to own up to it, and then you gotta embrace it and say, you know what? This is my woman. If anybody got to say anything about my woman, you got to say it to my face. And the thing is, he could have backed it up. Like, if somebody asked him, like, what happened to the red pill? How come you knocked up a 3 or 4, man? what he could have said was, she changed. She said she loves me, and I love her. So what the fuck you got to say? I married her under the eyes of God, through better and worse, through sickness and health. Me and her, we're having a baby, we're having a family, and then he could show himself when he go to this podcast, like, Puggy man, you married now, man. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, I'm married, bro. Me and her, we sharing that life together. Okay, you a high value man. A 304 locked you down, and all the 304s. Let me tell you something. They'll kick in the door, bro. I swear to God, bro. All the 304s and all the men who want to marry 304s, they would have kicked in the door like, boom. Okay, what do I need to do to lock down a high value man like you? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm saying. It would have been a brand new thing, man. But they decided to emotionally react to the situation. They didn't think they way through the situation. They emotionally reacted to it, saying, "Oh well, fuck you, motherfuckers. That bitch is a whore." It made it worse. So then she started to expose. I told you niggas, if a woman got some dirt on you, you have to like bow down, bro. Look at Diddy. Cassie had dirt on that nigga. And all he had to do was pay her $30 million that she wanted. That's all he had to do to keep her away. But he decided to like stand on his high horse and not give her the money. That's what happens when you don't, do as what 304s are asking you to do. When a woman got something on you, bro, and she got some dirt on you that can take your fucking shit down, you have to obey. But you don't want to put yourself in that situation, so you wear condoms and put hot sauce on the condom when you're done with it, so you won't be in that situation. But I'm telling you how to escape from that situation in case it happens. Okay, you know what? Yeah, it did happen. You knocked up a 304. You knocked her up. You was busting nuts inside the coochie, and you knocked her up. So now how you going to turn this shit around and make it look better? Well, I'll just run away and say, fuck that bitch. It's all her. She's a 304, and I ain't got nothing to do with her. Like, nigga, you just made things worse. Nigga, Puggy man, you made things worse. You know what I'm saying? Puggy man, you made things worse. All you had to do is say, you know what, me and her, we getting married. Under the eyes of God, we both changed our ways. I don't want to be a player no more, and she doesn't want to be a 304 no more. But no, you reacted emotionally, bro. All you had to do was play the God. I mean, all you had to do was play the God shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would back up when they hear the word God. They back up. Oh man, maybe he did change. Maybe he's not a player no more. Remember that song, Big Pun? Don't wanna be a player no more. I think I found somebody I can live my life for. No more. Don't wanna be a player no more. Think I found somebody I can live my life for. That's all he had to do. All he had to do was play that card, bro, and he would still have a career. Cause then he would have lost like maybe the red pill, the hardcore red pill motherfuckers, but he would have gained subscribers. He would gain the people, you know what I'm saying, that believe in change and shit. He would have gained the subscribers that believe that you can change under the eyes of God. You see what I'm saying? So niggas don't think like that, bro. See, I'm a thinker, bro. If I get myself into a pickle, I'm thinking my way out. But also, I'm older too, so I'm a little bit wiser, right? I'm a little bit more smarter than the average bear. So I use my brain through shit. I don't emotionally react. That's what young dudes. Young dudes, they emotional. They get. I'm tired of everybody coming down on me. Fuck that whore. Fuck that 304. They're just getting hella emotional. And by the way, Myron, you made things worse when you reacted like that. There's no reason why you should have reacted like that. You should have been like, you know what? What the fuck to do now? Because reacting like this, the way he reacted, it made things worse again. You can't say that it made things better. No, it made it worse. Because then people really started making fun of you. They really started talking about you then. What you should have did was like, you know what? Marry that thought. It would have saved his career. Because guess what? The feminists would have kicked in the door. The 304s would have kicked in the door. The men who like 304s would have kicked in the door like, wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute, this man done changed his life. How the fuck are you gonna tell him how he cannot change? I'm telling you, there would have been 3 or 4 lovers everywhere. And then there would have been 3 or 4. It's like, wait a minute, I'm a 3 or 4. I want a high value man. How dare you talk to him like this? I'm telling you, bro. How dare you talk about this man? He want to change and start a family. How dare you talk to her and she want to change and become a real woman instead of a 3 or 4? How dare you do this, right? The church people would have kicked in the door. Everybody who's down for change, they would have kicked in the door and start shaming all these other motherfuckers. Like, how dare you? This man is trying to change his life. How dare you? He would have gained a new fan base. The niggas don't think like that, bro. I'm just saying how to escape something, like that, bro. You don't run away from it. You own it up. We got a baby coming. His name is Anthony. You know what I'm saying? You just don't kick in the door like that, bro. You feel me? And you can save your YouTube career like that. See, a lot of guys don't get it, man. They get up on YouTube and they think that, they could do anything and everything that they want. No, you would destroy your shit, bro. Messing with 3 or 4s and shit and then abandon them, that was the worst thing he could have did was abandon her. That's what really destroyed his career. That's what destroyed his YouTube career. You see what I'm saying? Was he wanted to abandon her. No, when a female got a dirt on you, she got dirt on you that can ruin your career, you gotta like, okay, we get married because I can't have you out here turning against me and exposing my shit. So we gotta get married. So the thing is, they would have got married, and some of the haters and motherfuckers who didn't agree on it, they would have kicked in the door. They didn't like it, but then you had another fan base that would have been like, you know what, we agree with your decision to marry her, okay? Because you got a family together, you got a kid coming together, and all you had to do is say, you know what, I don't want my kid to grow up without a father. That's all he had to say, and everybody would have felt that shit, bro. I'm telling you, he would have saved his YouTube career. But for him to run away, that made everything worse. I mean, I can't explain how much worse that he made it. You see what I'm saying? He made it so worse that a lot of guys and everybody turned their back on him. He had nothing at all to grab onto. There was no religious people kicking in doors. There was no marriage people kicking in doors. There was no 3 or 4s coming to his rescue. Because if he said, I want to marry a 3 or 4, I'm telling you, 3 or 4s would be like, oof, how dare you talk about this man? They would have came to his rescue big time. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people who were married to 304s, they would have kicked in the door. And then you would have had godly people who believe in God, they would have kicked in the door. So he would have had a brand new fan base. But niggas don't think like that. They think stupid. Okay? They think stupid. All he had to do was say, you know what? I changed my life up in the eyes of God. Everybody would have been silent. Everybody would have been silent, bro. You see what I'm saying? Everybody would have been like, oh, okay, we can't argue with God. What else we got on? Oh, he married a 304. But then you would have had 304s kicking the door like, boom, I'm a 304, so I ain't get married? What the fuck are you saying? He would have had 304s coming to his rescue, and then he would have had like prostitutes come to his rescue. He would have had the church people. The church people would have showed up and shit. They would have showed up. How dare you tell this man he cannot change up under the eyes of God? We have all sinned. We have all sinned. How dare you? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? But since he wanted to go the opposite direction and run away, he had nobody to have his back. You see what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, church people are some of the most forgiving people in the world. You sin, they forgive, bro. They forgive, you know what I'm saying? What's up with it, baby? Yeah, man. Good, man. Good day at work? Good day at work?
Yeah.
Hard work, huh? Busy? It's busy?
So. Yeah. Okay,
Have a good night, dude. See, you gotta. See, the thing is, man, you gotta think your way through shit, bro. You can't you can't just hope that your problems are gonna go away. When somebody got some dirt on you, you have to bow down, or you're gonna sink. You see what I'm saying? The moment he made her pregnant. Now, the thing is, if it was me, bro, I've been wearing a condom and putting hot sauce. I've been putting hot sauce on my condom when I was done with it and everything. But let's say that I did knock up a 304. Okay, let's say I busted all kinds of nuts, inside a 304, and I made her pregnant. Then my escape would have been I found God, and this woman, she's my one and everything, and she's not a 304 no more. I'm not a player no more because I was being a male 304. Okay, and if you puggy boy come around my channel, you get some ideas. You know where you got it from. If you puggy, like I said, if you puggy man is coming around my channel listening to this, and this motherfucker start coming out saying, well, you start getting my ideas and shit, motherfucker, you know where you got it from. You got it from here. And I would have, like I said, I would have been okay, I changed. I'm sorry. First of all, I've been I'm sorry. I'm not a red pill no more. I'm more purple pill now. I'm purple pill. So sue me. And then I've been you know what? I found God. I go to church every now and then. Me and her, we go to church. And we have been forgiven for our sins. She was a 304. I was a player. And we don't want to do that life no more. I'm sorry. And then let me tell you something. He would have been able to show his face on his podcast because he would have had a lot more respect from all the motherfuckers who want to be married to high value men, and 304s that want to be married to high value men, right? 304s that want to be married to high value men. He would have gotten way more respect from them. because the 304s that go to his fucking channel, that's on his channel, because he does have 304s. You see what I'm saying? He does have 304s on his podcast. Now, they would have got up on his podcast, you know what? I'm a high value. No, they would have been like, no, I'm a 304. I'm on OnlyFans, and how can I get a high value man like you? Your woman was a 304 and she locked you down. How can I lock a high value man? Like, that's what I'm saying. They would have went to him for advice. The 304s that would have got on his podcast, they would have went to him for advice. And he would be like, well, start out cooking dinners for him, first of all, and start paying attention to his needs and paying attention to what he wants. And you can lock down a high value man as a 304. And the thing is, he would have had his bitch come on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? And she would have told the story, like, you know what? I was a 304 before I met him. And then when I got with him and I saw how beautiful of a person that Puggy man, fresh Pug or whatever his name is, and I saw how beautiful of a person he was, it made me change my life. And I thank God every single day that I found him. All they had to do was that, bro. Ain't no, fuck that bitch. She's a 304, and I should have nutted inside of her. Bro, you make things worse. You putting a fucking Band-Aid on a shotgun wound, bro. You got shot with a shotgun and you putting a Band-Aid on it. Like, that shit ain't gonna do nothing, bro. You gotta fucking throw some peroxide on that shit. Get the bullet out of the wound. You know what I'm saying? Get some bandages. Start sewing that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, making it worse by trying to run away from the situation. And that's what people didn't like about this motherfucker. They didn't like the fact that he tried to run away and lie about the situation. It made it worse. Instead of coming out and telling the truth. Look, I fell in love with a 304. We getting married. Under the eyes of God, we have changed this life. That's all he fucking had to say. It was so simple. It would have saved his YouTube career, because people who believe in God, number one, would have kicked in the door. 304s would have kicked in the door. Men who want to marry 304s kick in the door. Women who want to hire 304s who want to marry high-value men would have kicked in the door. Like, wait a minute, boof, kick in the door. This man, he can change if he want to. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that dude was immature. That dude Puggy, man, he handled the situation in a very immature manner. Me myself, bro. I'm 14 years older than him. I think when I was like 30 years old, I still was acting emotional, bro. 30 is young, man. You know what I'm saying? You still thinking with your emotions when you at 30. Even Myron, he's 30. He's 33. That's still young, bro. I'm 11 years older than him. So I wouldn't have had he reacted like that. What I would have did was, okay, I would have told Puggy, man, I said, man, you got to marry this woman. He'd be like, man, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, you got to marry this woman to save your career on YouTube. That's what you should have did. You got to marry this woman. You like, man, we talking about she's a 304. I'm like, you got to marry this woman, bro. You can't run away. You're going to make it work. Because the thing is, like I said, the church people would have kicked in. The forest would have kicked in. The men who want to marry 304s, they would have kicked in. And then of course there would have been some haters. Don't get me wrong. It wouldn't have been all cookies and cream, but he would have got a brand new fan base. You see what I'm saying? When something like that happens, you got to own up to it. You can't run away because then nobody got your back. You feel me? When you try to run away from it and say, you know what, I don't want kids. I'm going to abandon you. Oh, so then you become a villain afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you knocked up a 3 or 4, but now you're going to abandon her and leave her to be a single mother. So he becomes a villain more. So then the church people don't want to fuck with him. The 3 or 4s don't want to fuck with him. Okay, his own fan base would turn against him. You see what I'm saying? So now he has nobody to have his back. That's why I said he shouldn't have fucking ran away. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. The pro blacks, right? They got black women that got their back. Okay, they're never gonna turn away from black women. Okay, pro blacks, they eat through black women. Black women fund their shit. Black men are broke. Not all black men, but there's a lot of black men out there that are broke. Black women earn more than black men. And pro-blacks know this. Okay? So when you do something to piss them off, you gotta look for a brand new fan base now. You see what I'm saying? You know, now you got to look for a brand new fan base. Because if you back out of it and you run away, then nobody got your back. Okay. The church people, they ain't gonna kick in the door. Black women, they ain't gonna kick in the door. Now, okay, no. Now he has nobody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I gotta end this video, man. What time is it? Oh yeah. It's like 8 o'clock. I gotta end this video, bro. Like I said, bro, a 3 or 4 can ruin your life, man. If you let her in too goddamn deep. You knock her up. Of course she's gonna go out there and exploit you, bro. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a thinker. I'm not emotional like I used to be. When I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, bro, I was more of an emotional reactor. Now, I think my way through shit, man, and you know, I don't react very emotional because you can't think. If you react very emotional, you can't think, bro. And then you make dumbass decisions when you're emotional. You see what I'm saying? You make dumbass decisions when you're emotional. You don't got no experience when you're 30 years old. I don't care what nobody say, bro. 30, that's still young, bro. That's very young. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Even Myron, he's 33 or something like that. That's young, bro. That's young. Even though Myron, he makes some valid points on his podcast, but bro, you got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? A rookie, he made the rookie mistake of reacting very emotional. You sure what I'm saying? That was a rookie mistake because he acted very emotional when Puggy Man, you know, got in trouble with the 304. You know what I'm saying? He acted very emotional. He didn't think like that everybody was gonna make fun of him when he did that. That's why, you know, you don't see Diddy out here reacting to nobody, right? Even though Diddy got his house raided, Cassie was talking the shit about him, but you know what? Diddy kept his composure. He didn't come out and start talking and acting a fool, because then when you do that, you give people, you know, you give them ammunition. You give them ammunition to like to scold you with. You see what I'm saying? Don't give people ammunition. Stay silent. Don't react to shit. That's why I stopped reacting to incels. Because when you react, bro, you're giving people ammunition. You see what I'm saying? You give people ammunition. You see what I'm saying? Don't give them the satisfaction, bro. Don't give them the ammunition that they need to fire back at you. What Myron should have did was keep his fucking mouth shut and think about the next step. If it was me, Puggy, man, he would have had his career saved. If it was me, if I was Myron, I'd been like, look, Pug, man. Listen here, Puggy, man. You gotta marry this 304. Oh man, I can't do that. What are you talking about, bro? I'm red pill. But bro, you already exposed yourself as not being red pill anymore. So you can't claim that shit no more. You can't take that back. Once you get exposed of being a red or blue pill nigga, man, you gotta own it now. You gotta, or purple pill, whatever. You gotta own that shit now. You're no longer a red pill after you done knocked up a 3 or 4, bro. You can't claim that shit. So now you gotta claim what you gotta do. You gotta claim the purple pill. I'm purple pill now, baby. I'm aware of 3 or 4. I'm aware of 3 or 4s in women's nature, but also I want to be married and have kids. And all you had to do is say, you know what? I don't want to be alone when I get old. And everybody would have been quiet like a motherfucker, bro. How many of you motherfuckers got kids to come see you when you get old? Come on. Raise your goddamn hands. How many motherfuckers got kids out here that gonna see you when you old? You know how lonely it is when you get old, you ain't got no kids to come see you? Everybody would have been quiet, bro. That's the reason why I changed, bro. Because one day, me and you, we gonna get old. It is promised to you, bro. That's all you had to do. Come out and say, we gotta have kids, or we gonna get old and alone, bro. I don't care how much money you have. Being old and alone is not gonna make it satisfying. Spending holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving by yourself, being old and alone is not fulfilling, bro. When you ain't got family to sit at the table with and eat with during Thanksgiving and Christmas. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no gumbo being stirred up. Ain't no turkeys being in the oven. It's by yourself with you and your money, bro. That's a lonely motherfucker, bro. That's a lonely motherfucker. Sorry. You know, it's just you by yourself. Who wants to get old and alone, bro? Get your money together, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just you by yourself. I'm red pill to the day that I die. Okay, wait till you get to be 50, 60. Ain't nobody cooking turkeys in the oven. There's no kids coming by to see you every Thanksgiving. No fucking Christmas. None of that shit, bro. So then I'm telling you, man, it would have saved his career if he would have came out like that. You know what I'm saying? It would have saved his career. Everybody been like, okay, I gotta respect this guy because he's actually thinking about the future. He has matured. He found God. You see what I'm saying? You know, we gotta respect him. We gotta respect God. Can nobody kick in the door, man, and disrespect God, bro? I'm telling you. All the God believers would have kicked in the door like to come to his rescue, bro. I'm telling you, they would have. But he don't think like that. So now nobody got his back. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's why I say, you know, sometimes I tell you guys to get your money up and start spitting out babies right away because old age is coming for you, bro. It is. And I'm feeling it already, man. I'm 44 years old. I haven't had any kids. And I'm scared, bro. I'm scared of being alone and by myself. And old and alone. Old, and by myself, and spending all the holidays by myself, and Christmas coming around, you by yourself. Yeah, I'm Mr. Red Pill, nigga. I'm Mr. Red Pill. But like, nigga, you ain't got no kids coming around to see you when you old, nigga. I remember, like before my mother died, man, she used to tell us, man, why you leaving? Don't leave. You know, we come around, she would hate that we would leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because she was so lonely in that house by herself. You know what I'm saying? And when it was time to leave, she would get all bothered, like, are you leaving? Are you leaving? Are you going to leave? I'm like, yeah, I gotta leave. I gotta go, Mom, because I gotta go to work tomorrow. Well, stay here, and have some gumbo, have some sandwiches or something. I gotta go, Mom. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I got a life. I can't stay here tonight. If I stay here, I won't get proper sleep. I gotta go. You see what I'm saying? So I seen the desperation in my mother's eyes. Before my dad passed away, I didn't see the desperation in his eyes. I didn't go around him when he died. Before he died. But I'm pretty sure he was lonely before he died. He by himself. He died by himself, man. No Christmas, no holidays, no Thanksgiving, no turkeys. You know what I'm saying? No singing happy birthdays. And another thing, man, when you're old and alone, you don't have no kids around you. You sing you happy birthday when you old and shit, man. But the thing is, sometimes you gotta and I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm like, do you really want to get with an 8, 9, or 10 that's a 3 or 4? Or do you want to get with a female that's average, that really like you for you and she's actually attracted to you? Because, average women like average men, okay? Like today, I saw an average black woman pass by. She was giving me the eye and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She liked me. You know what I'm saying? She waved at me. Average black woman that was a 5. She had a 5 in looks. But she liked me. And I liked her. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, fuck. It's not even about looks sometimes, man. Sometimes it is. Don't get me wrong. Us men, we like them beautiful women. But ain't nothing like the average woman that will suck the fucking goddamn soul out of your dick because she likes it. Not a female that'll sleep with you because of the money, and she think that you disgusting and shit because you're not on her looks level. Sometimes it's like that, bro. And I end this video. You guys have a good night. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.